When I think about 2010 World Cup, in South Africa, when I missed that great chance, in my head I thought it was a goal.
Great ball by Uche. Aila, oh, what a miss! It's the miss of the tournament. Yakubu, right in front of goal.
In football, you miss chances. In club side, you miss chances. The other week, you correct, you score another goal.
Yeah.
But this one, when I missed it, in my head, I thought it was a goal already. So then, there was a massive, big scream there.
Yeah.
I was watching the replay. I was chewing gum and I was smiling inside me like, I did like inside. How did I miss this one? I called them rat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I call them rat. Because if you keep talking about 14 years ago, about one miss, I even scored a penalty.
Yeah, in that same game.
In that same game,
yeah.
Nigeria really have to go for it now. Penalty. Yakubu with a great chance to make it 2-2 from the spot. He doesn't miss this time.
Get message from people, different message. I remember one was sending me a message, like I think last week was like, how do you explain that goal you missed to your daughter, Kayla? He made sure my daughter named Kayla. Alex Iwobi would never be like JJ.
Never.
They need to understand.
And stop comparing.
Stop comparing Alex Iwobi than JJ.
Yeah.
There's no one like JJ.
Hey guys, we're back again on Feed the Yak podcast to discuss everything football. Marga Ahelu. Yeah, so on the back of the African Nations Cup, how did you rate the Nigerian team's performance? How would you say we did in the final?
I think we did well, so far so good. Getting to the final for the past how many years now we've been to the semi-finals, quarter-finals, semi-finals, and we had to read it. But to get into the finals was great, and I think the boys, they did very well to be in the final, and I think 99.9% didn't believe we would get to the final. We'll get to the final, we have to give credit to the boys.
Yeah. In terms of individual performance, how would you, if you're trying to label any of the individual performances, talking about, not to name anybody, we had a world-class, I'll say a very, very good goalkeeper. In terms of the partnership of Osimhen up front, is there any player you want to talk about that stands out to you on the Nigerian side that you feel, or maybe in general on the AFCON, that you feel, okay, the players that you saw that you say, hey, these are players for the future?
When you look at Nigeria, you look at the situation going in Nigeria, everyone, when it comes to football, it brings the unity together. Yeah. Everyone, we don't think about our problems and the individual problems and the things that are going into our head, but with football, it brings in the everyone together to watch it. You can see everywhere, they're going to the bar, everyone is having the house party, they want to watch Nigeria game, and the Nigeria jersey that everybody wants to watch, It brings back the glory days, and I hope next African Cup, and we can see more of Nigerians traveling to support the boys than being in their home. Yeah. I know the situation is not good. Yeah. But we can all travel to watch these boys, to support them. When you look at the Ivorians, you look at the Mali, then you look at the Senegal, the Morocco, Egypt, and Algeria. You see, the stadium is packed with people back in their country. They all celebrate. They want to watch this boy. They want to support this boy. Back in Nigeria, we always we want to be in our own, we call it, I don't know if it's the comfort zone. We just want to sit down for us. Watch them, to support them. We still need these people to take a step outside, go to the stadium and support these boys.
So a lot of Nigerians traveled. So the rumors online, the so-called online, which you can either believe or disbelieve, was that they didn't let a lot of our Nigerian supporters that traveled to Ivory Coast getting to the stadium. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah,
but they said a lot of us
maybe
traveled.
few, but when you just imagine allow those guys into the stadium, they're still
they're
no
still
numbers.
very small.
Still like maybe 3%.
You know
players.
when they sell tickets, they always do home fans and away fans. I don't know how it was split, how CAF split it.
Nobody know. I think the African Cup is one of the games where you see players all over the world, African players. We enjoy. It's like our own World Cup. It's like our own European Cup or Euros.
Yeah.
We celebrate this every January, you know. So, but hopefully we can get more of people traveling to watch these boys, to watch the game. So,
based on our last interview with Steven Pienaar, he said South Africa would not even go through. Were you shocked that Nigeria met South Africa in the semi-final?
When Pienaar said that, how many weeks ago? Yeah, because when you look at the Nigeria team, I say the same. In Nigeria team, 99.9% never think the Nigeria team will get to the final.
Yeah.
It's the same with Steven Pienaar. He's thinking about the South African team. They will not get to the semi-finals, you know, because when you watch the boys play and a few guys they didn't go to the national team to play, it's like they don't have chances to be in the semi-finals. But lucky enough, they get to the semi-finals. They played Nigeria, then they lost. So it's one of those things, you know. As a fan, this is what you see outside. But when you, as a player, when you're playing, it's different from your own mentality. The way you feel, you think you can get to the next stage. When you look, the players outside, you're like, they don't have a chance. But at the end, they did so well to get to the semi-final. But it's normal. But no one thinks Nigeria will get to the final.
You know, I think I agree with what you're saying. And I think what Steven Pienaar was saying, based on the players they currently have and their style of play, that he doesn't feel there are some strong teams in their group that time that might go through. I think what I'm trying to say, the style of play of Nigeria that you saw, what is your thoughts on our style of play? You know, how we played, how compared to when you were playing as a footballer to the style of play they were playing now?
Yeah, it's quite different, you know, when different managers, you know, when you think about when you watch Jose Mourinho, then you watch Pep Guardiola, then Klopp and Arsene Wenger, then Mikel Arteta, you know, the way they all play football is quite different. Every manager have their own style of play where you can play 5-4-1, you know, 3-5-1 or 3-5-2. You know, I think our own style of play was 5-4-1. Sometimes when we score, we have to have 5 at the back. You know, so the manager have his own style. You know, like we should think have to tighten up the defense. And once we get that goal, and we can defend, we can get counter. We have Lukman, we have Simon, then you have Osimhen, who can make it, who can score goals. So it depends on the manager.
A lot of things are going on online, and as you can see, just on the back of after the Nations Cup, and you know, there's a lot of banter between France, between South Africa, between Nigeria, between Ghana, and apart on the back of that banter, there's a lot of stuff regarding, I think they've single-handedly focusing on Alex Iwobi as one of the main problems of why, you know, saying he didn't play that well. What are your thoughts on this? And because it's quite sad. There's a lot of bullying, you know, calling him names, and you know, to the extent that the guy has gone to his Instagram handle and removed all his pictures. You know, they're trolling him. You know, it's. What are your thoughts about that? Because you've experienced something like this after your famous missed goal against South Africa, June 22nd, 2010, which is over 13 or 14 years right now, and it's still. I know that every time we put a post out, someone is there talking about that missed goal. What are your experience? You know, what would you say to Alex Iwobi? And secondly, how have you handled this bullying yourself for the past 14 years?
It's like 14 years.
14 years, yeah.
When I think about 2010 World Cup, you know, in South Africa, you know, when I missed that great chance, in my head I thought it was a goal already, you know.
Yeah.
Then in football you miss chances.
Mistakes happen.
In club side you score, you miss chances. The other week you correct, you score another goal.
Yeah.
But this one, when I missed it in my head, I thought it was a goal already. You know? So then there was a massive, big scream there. You know.
Yeah.
I was watching the replay. I was chewing gum and I was smiling inside me like, I did like inside. How did I miss this one?
Yeah.
It's not like I was just
happy.
No. As a player, you want to score goal as a striker. So I was just watching it like, how did I miss it? I still get message from people, different message. I remember one was sending me a message like, I think last week was like, how do you explain that goal you missed to your daughter, Kayla? He mentioned my daughter named Kayla.
Wow.
You understand?
It's just crazy.
I was like, wow. 13, 14 years ago, people still think about that.
Yeah.
I got a message today. Someone was like, you're the worst Super Eagles striker ever. Because of that goal.
Yeah.
They never think about
all the other goals.
The other goals I've scored. They never think about when I scored goal when we went to Sudan, when nobody think we'll qualify for the World Cup, Korea, Japan 2000.
Yeah.
We went to Sudan. Nobody think we'll ever win because the weather there was crazy. We have to play a game, I think, at about 3 or 4 o'clock at night, and the weather was so hot. If we get a draw or we lose, we're out. I scored 2, then Julius Agawa, then JJ Pajay scored another one, then we won 4. That's why then he gave us the ticket to went to Japan, Korea 2000. And the people in Nigeria now, they never speak about
that you made them qualify.
You made them qualify.
Yeah.
How you didn't go to the World Cup?
Yeah.
I was dropped.
So you played.
I played every 99.9% of every game to qualify Nigeria to Japan, Korea.
Yeah.
And I was dropped. I call them rat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I call them rat. Because if you keep talking about 14 years ago, about one miss, I even scored a penalty.
Yeah, in that same game. Yeah.
You made Nigeria, you've scored the goals to make Nigeria, to qualify Nigeria for the Korea, Japan 2000.
2000, yeah.
And a coach is asking you, what position
do you play?
And in training, maybe 5 or 7 minutes towards the end of training, he will put me in the training.
So he didn't play you for the whole...
We're in the camp in London.
So what was his problem?
I don't know. Just imagine me qualify Nigeria for the World Cup. Japan, Korea 2000.
Yeah.
And people, they're still talking about the miss.
The miss.
What about the guy who did not take me?
Yeah, who did not take you?
To the Japan, Korea. I still mentioned Japan, Korea 2000. I still remember.
Yeah.
I've qualified Nigeria and I got message every day. They tag me. Oh, this one is Yakubu. And I feel sorry for Alex Iwobi,
Yeah.
For me, I don't think about these people. I think about me, my family, You have to think about yourself. It's so sad when I see some of those guys, when I see their Instagram stuff, I was like, I call them rat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I call them rat. Because if you keep talking about 14 years ago, about one miss, I even scored a penalty.
Yeah, in that same game.
In that same game,
yeah. I remember.
You understand?
Yeah.
Korea. I even scored a penalty. And you calling me, we'll never forget about you. How do you explain to your daughter? Make sure my daughter named Kayla. It's unreal. Some even said, even my own grandmother can even score that goal. I've scored goals, 95 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In 250 appearances.
Yeah.
The third highest goal scorer in Nigeria.
Yes.
Then Osimhen now.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're the worst striker.
Striker.
Ever. And it's sad now. Everyone is coming out to speak about this, to support Weber. We need to come out and support this guy because in my days, nobody speak about it.
Yeah, everybody just kept
Everybody
quiet.
just like, I'll mind my own business. But today, this boy is suffering.
Yeah.
You want to represent your country, and it's fine. You play bad sometimes, Did he miss any chances? No. It's not a creative midfield.
No, it's not.
They're like, it's JJ.
But we spoke about the style, the comparison to JJ.
It's JJ.
Yeah.
You can't compare. There's only one JJ.
Yes.
There's only one per J.
Yeah.
So you cannot speak about JJ than Alex Iwobi. When JJ left, we don't have any midfielder like JJ. I remember back then in the national team, we sit in the dressing room, JJ would say to me, Yak, forget about I will turn the ball like this, turn the ball like this, turn the ball like this. I will see you run. I will give you.
Yeah.
There's no one like JJ. Alex Iwobi would never be like JJ.
Never.
They need to understand
and stop comparing.
Stop comparing Alex Iwobi than JJ.
Yeah.
If it's nephews, it's not nephews, but it's gonna.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
This guy is different. Alex Iwobi can run from here to Nigeria, from London to Nigeria. JJ cannot run from here to
no.
But he have the ability
the skills.
The skills, and he's very intelligent. He's one of the best midfielder Nigeria ever produced. We have Wisi Roma. I swear,
Yeah.
We have good midfielder who can pass the ball. Alex Iwobi is different from this guy. Nigeria needs to let go. Our problem in Nigeria is no football. They should focus on the reality in Nigeria than focus on the Alex Iwobi, then Yak missing the goal.
We have bigger problems.
We have bigger problem in Nigeria than
Alex Iwobi.
Alex Iwobi than me missing.
I think
this goal.
If you were to
2010.
If you were to give Iwobi an advice, because you're a very strong man, I've seen you handle this on for the last 10 years. What would your advice be to him? Because
he should just call them rat.
Ignore them.
When they send him a message, put rat. Because some of these guys, you should ask them, their parents, have they ever contribute anything in Nigeria?
Into Nigeria.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I've contributed a lot for Nigeria. I've served Nigeria for 11 years as a football player. You understand? So it's normal. I give him my best. We went to Sierra Leone when they were fighting war. We have to fly from where we land to Freetown with helicopter.
And there was a war going on.
There was a war going on. We have to fly 9 players with the soldiers. We fly all the way, then he will drop us there, back to pick the players.
So anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened. What's going to happen about we serving our country, our family? We sacrificed so much in this flying to Sierra Leone where it was crazy back then. We have to fly with the helicopter. It's like 15 minutes or so flight. There, it's like 9 minutes there and back.
And back, just to play a 90 minutes game.
But this guy, they're calling me, why did you miss this? You're the worst striker. You even sent message to me speaking about my own daughter.
That's just horrible.
Speaking about Alex Iwobi.
That is absolutely horrible.
It's like they're waiting for anyone who made mistake in a tournament.
And you'll bounce on a person.
Like a scapegoat.
Yeah.
We need to stop this and give these boys a chance to represent our country.
Yeah, because after a while, a lot of them will not want to represent.
Nobody wants to represent.
Yeah.
And when you look at the guys who criticize these boys about missing chances, didn't play very well, they never contribute anything
to the
in Nigeria. They come online with fake page, sending message to everyone, is this, is that, and this, you're the worst player, you're this. I grew up in Benin.
Yeah.
I've seen so many. When I see this, I just laugh and I call them rats. That's it.
Thank you so much, Yak. Thank you for this opportunity, and to the guys working at watching this, and just say no to bullying. Online trolls.
We have to support our players.
Support our footballers. Support our players. They're human beings as well. And they have a life, they have a family, and they have, you know, their own mental health to protect. So please, you know, let's just say no to bullying. And, you know, they're all human beings. And they are legends. We talk about them every day, you know. And, you know, let's just respect people and understand that it's a game at the end of the day. And there will be another game to play. So thank you very much, guys, and thanks for watching.